we are starting the new year. Yes, it's the first trading day for 2025. And what is your understanding of this? And what are the major indicators in the market?
A lot has happened in the market. We see investors returning to the market with great enthusiasm and optimism. And the market, is crossing 0.15% in green. And as it is, they are predicting that the bullish run is going to start from this week as it is and move on. In fact, for the first quarter of this year, we are still going to see stock prices, hitting very high. As we closed 2024, it was known that the Nigerian market was one of the top 3, high-paying exchanges globally. And so we entered the position of among the first 3 high-earning exchanges. And that's important, for our market. And, the banks that were taking money from the public in turn for recapitalization, we understand that the central bank has vetted activities of many of those banks, and they are set to bring those securities for listing at the stock market. And that is a new way of preparing fortunes for investors. So we are setting ourselves for a market that is, going to grow in leaps and bounds.
So let's look at 2025 and expectations, recapitalization. Many say the banks are already doing pretty well. I just spoke to an analyst now; she talked about that too. So what are your projections for the new?
I agree with the analyst that the market is getting ready to hit the sky. The total monetary value of securities presently held at the exchange is exceeding 61 trillion naira. That's a big amount, even with the devaluation of the naira. That means we have a boss that having great robust financial base. And so index crossed more than 103,000 points. And that's something important. Then last year, we also had listings of about 3 listings that came into the market. We expect that many companies, should come into the market for listing this time. I don't need to mention them. That's what some of them have said. They were preparing for this bet. The economic conditions made those companies, to hold back. So I think that they will be able to come in now. We even expect some private companies, some refineries, and some other oil and gas companies to come into the market. So the market is set for expansion. What we want to see is the efficiency of production going on in the entire economy, so that not only the stock market should get robust, but other sectors of the economy should also grow. And then individuals and households have enough investable funds to be able to come and play in the market. Because currently, you find out that the high level of inflation and the poor value of the naira, they do not allow enough funds to stay in the hands of households and individuals. So majority of the people playing in the market seem to be the super rich and insurance companies. They have the funds to play around. But we don't want this to happen, because individual, even students, merchants, they're supposed to play in the market. The market is for everybody. It is when the catchment goes all around, then you have a very robust market. Right now, the people playing in the stock market, I don't think that they are up to 10% of the entire population. We still need a lot to do. Many people do not know what the stock market represents, its value, its significance, and what it can do for individuals and even the country, which is unfortunate. We need to know all of this, because an economy cannot grow without a vibrant stock market. And individuals, companies, they have to be, playing very seriously, efficiently. Then it gets going.
Amos, thank you so much, Ifeanyinwa, for the breakdown market figures this second day of the month of January in 2025.
Tolu, we are going to have a very good trade this year.
Yes, I expect that too.
Very good.
Thank you so much there. Yes, let me take you outside our shores now. Asian stocks began the year on a dull note as they struggled for traction after the G3 close of 2024, while the US dollar held steady and investor sentiment stayed cautious ahead of Donald Trump's return to the White House. The start of the new year was shaping up to be less favorable, one of the equities, as uncertainty over the policy of incoming U.S. President Donald Trump and more hawkish Federal Reserve's outlook look set to dominate the market rhetorics for now. The MSCI's broadest index of Asian Pacific shares outside Japan slid 1.2% in December, though already started gains of more than 7% in 2024. The index was last down 0.58% in Asian session on Thursday, with volume steamed gain given a trading holiday in Japan. However, stock features pointed to a positive opening for Europe and Wall Street. Euro Stock 50 features gained 0.74%, FTSE features take 0.05%, S&P 500 features edged 0.48%, Nasdaq features advanced 0.67%. Chinese stocks were battered, with the blue chip index down 2.65%. Shanghai Composite Index lost 2.36%. Hong Kong Hang Seng Index lay 2.15%. Malaysia's communications regulator has granted Tencent's WeChat and ByteDance TikTok licenses to operate in the countries under a new social media law. The law is aimed at tackling rising cybercrime requiring social media platforms and messaging services with more than 8 million users in the country to obtain a license or face legal action. The new law takes effect from January 1st, but some other platforms like X and Alphabet Google are yet to apply for the license. Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission and messaging platform Telegram is in the final stages of obtaining its license, while Meta Platforms, which owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, had begun the licensing process. The regulator said X had not submitted an application because the platform said its local user base did not reach the 8 million threshold, and the Commission is reviewing the validity of X's claim. South Korea's central bank's governor says the pace of monetary policy easing would need to be flexible this year due to heightened political and economic uncertainty. The bank's governor, Mr. Ryu Sang-yong, said this in the New Year address. He said the year's conditions surrounding the economy will be more difficult than ever before. He said the monetary policy needs to be operated with flexibility and agility, as political and economic uncertainty is unprecedentedly high. The Apex Bank governor said the pace of interest rates quotes ahead will be flexible, as trade-offs on growth, inflation, foreign exchange, and household debt are expected to widen. At its final policy meeting of 2024, the BOK delivered the first back-to-back rate quote since 2009, as policymakers turned worry on trade risks from the incoming U.S. administration of President-elect Donald Trump. Crude oil prices notched higher today, the first day of trade for 2025, as investors return from holiday cautiously, eyed China's economy and fuel demand following a pledge by President Xi Jinping to promote growth. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude rose to sell for $72.33 per barrel, with an uptick of 0.85%. Brent crude futures also experienced an upward review of 0.83% to sell for $75.26 per barrel. Bonny Light sells for $78.62, with a downward price margin of 2.84%. And for the OPEC basket, dealers offer $73.91 with an upsurge of 1.41%. Well, indeed, that's our package for today. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I'll see you tomorrow, same time. Stay safe, get busy, get the cash. Enjoy 2025.